loves. Welcome back to Moon Day Messages. What a crazy time to be alive. What an interesting, crazy 3 weeks to a new year. I don't even want to go into politics that much, but yeah, it's crazy. Let's just not go there. The sun moves, or moved, I don't know, I think it moves into gate 41 today. And gate 41 is the gate of contraction. And today is also at the same time the Human Design New Year. It is Tuesday. I decided to record this today instead of yesterday because of the gate switch, but also because of the Human Design New Year. So in Human Design, the energy is very much based on astrology, but also on the chakra system, the Kabbalah, the I Ching, and is backed by quantum physics. So obviously there are some other energies that are fueling into the energy of Human Design and not just astrology. So I don't want to confuse everybody with all of the different New Years, because there are some other New Years also, like Chinese New Year, and then there is the astrological New Year in March, and then now the Human Design New Year is today. So I don't even want to go too much into that. What you just really have to know about this is that it brings in new energy. It brings in new energy, just a little bit more of a new energy, of like a bigger cycle, like a year cycle, than the new energy that comes in with every gate switch. So it's new energy that helps us to usher in our new goals and the life that we are trying to envision for us. So just take it as it is, like that, okay? And gate 41, the gate of contraction, is also very much that kind of energy. It is an energy to initiate new beginnings and experiences. It is located in a root center. So the root center in Human Design is the one when you look at the body graph and it goes down like this. It is the one at the very low part of the graph in the middle. That is the root center, which is a pressure center. So depending on if it's defined or undefined, it has a bit of a different meaning. We don't go really into that in this video, but if it is undefined, you will feel the pressure to get things done all the time. Like when you have a to-do list, you're like, oh, let me do this. I think I talked about this a couple of videos ago because the energy was in a root center as well. And if you do have it defined, you need to feel the pressure to get shit done. So like, this is why these people usually wait until the last minute or closer to the end date to start that project, or to start doing homework, or to start packing like closer to the date that you're actually leaving, instead of taking your time and doing it like 2 days prior or whatever. So that's the difference. But this energy is really about initiating new beginnings, initiating the things that you want to achieve, that you want to do, and the understanding that dreaming is not enough. Like, you have to envision things. It is also called the gate of fantasy for that very reason, because it is about daydreaming. It is about dreaming big. It is about realizing the vast possibilities that are out there for all of the things that you want to achieve and for all of the things that you want to do or want to be. But then it kicks in with that energy of like, well, but that is not enough, right? Like, you have to take action to finish that process of making things happen, right? Like, there's always that part of dreaming and visualizing, and this is like the feminine part. This is the energy of like allowing yourself to see and feel what it would be like. And then you have to move into the masculine part of actually taking that a step towards that goal, to basically grab that dream from the spiritual realm and through the action taking, pulling it into the material realm. Okay, so this is what this energy is about. It is about the entire process of that. And then the last part is letting go, right? Like, you have to let it go and let it play out the way it needs to play out. So you're moving back into the feminine, basically, because you're surrendering to what is. You're surrendering to the part of you that would like to control everything, but you're surrendering it to the universe to take over the last tiny bits to make it happen. So it's a dance between the feminine and the masculine, going back and forth of dreaming and feeling it, taking the action, and then letting it go again. Because that is kind of the energy of contraction, like letting go, just like being still before the expansion can happen. Okay? So contractions are, in physics and in the understanding of how our world works, a contraction is necessary before expansion can happen, right? So it really is a give and take. It is a dance between the feminine and the masculine when it comes to manifestation. And this is really what this energy, this gate, wants you to understand. That when you did all of these things, then you need space, or you need to let go so that the energy can contract, so that you can let go of some things even before it can expand into what you're calling in. Okay. And what came through when I was channeling and asking for more guidance and what we need to know is that my spirit team really urges you guys to call in on your ancestors and your spirit team for help and for guidance. And not necessarily because it's needed because something bad will happen. It's just for the phase that you are in. Ask for help for whatever it is, something that is uncomfortable that you're navigating right now, something that is beautiful that you're navigating right now. Just ask for them to be part of this. Just ask for them to be with you, to guide you, to show you the things that you might not see, the things that you might miss, the things that you are maybe too busy to realize. So call them in for help and they will be with you, okay? And that's pretty much it, what came through. Oh no, something else came through, that tests will come up right now. So like when you are manifesting something, right? Like I just explained the manifesting process right before. When you're manifesting something, then at some point when you did all the things and then you are in that phase where you just let it go and be in stillness and be in that contraction energy before the expansion can happen, tests will come up. Okay, the universe will test you so that you stay in your lane, that you stay in that energy, that you stay in the trust, that you stay in believing that you did all the work and that it will come to you. And these tests usually trigger us into believing that we have to do more for that manifestation to come in, and that is usually not the right thing. Sometimes it is, but that is, like, I can't go into all of the eventualities right now, but like when you are in the knowing of like, I did everything that I can in my power right now for that, what I'm calling in, to come in, and now I just have to wait for it to happen, and then a test comes in, then even though it might feel like you need to do more, that's not what you are asked to, okay? What I want you to focus on and pay attention to is seeing the connections between struggles that hit you while you are in a phase of manifesting, and see how the patterns of your life when it is about you manifesting are connected to these tests coming in. Like, I want you to be able to realize that these tests that are coming in are very much connected to what you're calling in, and you need to, quote unquote, succeed in that test for the manifestations to come in. Okay, so let's say you are manifesting more money, and then you did all the work, like you envisioned everything, you took the action steps of like maybe applying for a new job that pays more, or you finally took a step into creating your own business, or whatever it is, like you took the action step towards that goal of getting more money, and then you contract from that energy so that it can flow to you, so it can move into expansion. And then a test comes in, like a bill that you didn't expect, or a bill that is higher than it usually is, or your car breaks down and you have to like there's another payment that you didn't expect, or your phone breaks, or even something small like you want to purchase something that is a little bit bigger and it brings up a little bit of fear, and then your credit card is not working, or you forget your PIN, or anything that brings up anxiety around money is a test in that moment that the universe meets you with, so that you can show the universe that you raised your self-worth by doing the work prior, and that you truly believe that you are worthy of more money. So even that will not faze you, okay? So it will trigger you into reverting into old patterns, like then in that moment struggling or being like, oh my God, what do I do? And let go of that manifestation, and not believing that it will come in again. So like, I want you to be able to realize and understand that these tests are coming in to raise your vibration, so that you will match the frequency that you need to be on to match the manifestation of more money. And these tests are the necessary trigger for that to happen, okay? Same goes for when you're calling in a new partner or whatever, and you're like, it's time, like I really want to have a new partner. Like I worked on these things, I'm setting my boundaries, I believe that I'm worthy of it. And then your ex calls or texts you, or the ex situationship, or a new guy or a new girl that just portrays similar actions or similar traits, like an ex that you already know you worked through with your ex, and you know that that is not for you, and you're being triggered into standing firm in that. That is all connected. And then what I realized in doing this work so much with my clients is that sometimes even when you're calling in money, a test in relationships can come up, or vice versa, because both are rooted in self-worth. Okay, it's all energy. So sometimes when you're calling in a new partner, then a test around money is coming in to help you raise your frequency into believing that you are worthy of it by navigating that test, so that that person can come in, okay, or that money can come in. So that's basically what it is. Open your eyes, be open to receive the understanding and seeing the connection between the tests and the manifestations. And again, call in on your ancestors and your guides and your spirit team for help and guidance in these times. So when these tests are coming up, just ask your guides, like just really literally ask out loud, like, what is this trying to show me? What is this trying to tell me? And just journal about it and see what comes up, or go into meditation to see what comes up. Sometimes maybe you even get an answer right away after asking, like it depends on how connected you already are. But yeah, so that's like a very big indication here, okay? Signs that are showing up for you to show you that whatever it is in this video that resonated with you is really a message for you are cacti, or just one cactus maybe, some sort of a ripped material, like a ripped blanket or something, like it was a big material. I don't know what exactly it was. Maybe it was just also something like a protection pattern for something, but it was ripped. And candles, but not just like normal candles, but like it's not about the candle itself, it is more about the flame. I saw a flame that was very crazily flickering without any wind being involved, without a window being open. So if you see that, that's a sign as well. And then 888, 777, 222, and seashells. Very random, weird signs. But if you see any of this, you might want to come back to that video and watch it again to like see if you missed something or if there was a sign or whatever. Or maybe just seeing that will already, like one of the signs will already bring in the understanding and the knowledge that you need to have, okay? So pay attention to that as well. Okay, let's see what the cards have to say. Okay, so what is it that the collective needs to know for this week? What is it that the collective needs to know right now? This is so funny. Thank you. Is that it? Wow, that was quick. Okay, so when I was shuffling, I had to think of that recording of the Moon Day messages, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago, where it was all about patience, where I mentioned patience before in the message, and then while I was shuffling again, I heard patience again, and then the first card that popped out was patience. So exactly that happens again. So there might be some things that you're waiting for. It might actually be the manifestation, and I'm also now seeing someone waiting by the phone, waiting for a call back or something. Like there is some patience required on your side when it comes to the thing right now that you're waiting for. Don't do drastic things. You are in that, yeah, thank you. You are in that contraction phase right now. So it is uncomfortable, like you're contracting, you just want to break out of it, and you just like, I finally want this to be here and want this to happen and want this call to come in. I want this, day to be here. And Spirit calls you to be patient. Another thing that is coming through right now is I want you to go into that feeling that you are feeling. Why are you so impatient? What is it connected to that makes it so uncomfortable? Because that usually means you're putting too much power into that thing that you are manifesting, and maybe believe that you will only be happy when that happens. Or, whatever it is that is missing in your life right now, that manifestation that is not here yet, is the total opposite of what you're feeling right now. Go into that feeling, figure out what it is. Why do you feel so uncomfortable? Why does it have such power over you that you want to leave it behind as quickly as possible? Okay, so I want you to reflect on that. And then really interesting, the next card that came out is fantasy. Because again, the gate 41, is also called the gate of fantasy. And it says, you love to daydream, being in a fantasy you create in your head and heart. This is your way of visualizing whatever it is that you want to magnetize into your life. Understand that the energy is extremely potent right now and should be practiced daily. Trust that whatever it is you are fantasizing about should be your focus at the moment. Understand that your dreams, while you are visualizing them during this time, are already put into motion to come into existence. So if you have not yet visualized and did that part, you are called to do that. Or in order to overcome this discomfort of needing to wait for it to come in, go back into the fantasy. Feel the feeling that you feel when you indulge into that fantasy of it already being a reality. Okay. And the last card that came out was creation. So I'm always so excited when the cards are portraying the exact message that came through prior, because it's just like a crazy confirmation of that being the case for you right now. So take it as it resonates, obviously, but yes, it is, you are in a phase of creating something. You are creating something new right now, or very soon. It will be focused on building something that lasts, something meaningful and important to you. Know that it will be fruitful and highly supported by your spirit team and guides. Or you might literally create life right now or in the near future. Congratulations on whatever creation comes to life through you. So some of you might also actually be pregnant, or you want to get pregnant, and you are fearful of that not happening. But all of this just goes to say, once again, that you are in that contraction phase right now. This is a magical time which seems as if nothing is happening. Crickets, like nothing is moving, and it leaves so much room for you to question everything and wanting to go back to old patterns, right? But it really is about you needing to stay in that energy and believe that it is happening and be patient. On the bottom of the deck, we have channel. The bottom of the deck is always the overall energy. That's at least how I read it. Your channel to the universe and source is highly activated right now. Downloads are rushing in to guide you to the next level. Listen. You might have ringing in your ears more frequently recently. Pay attention to when exactly it's happening. Who are you with? What are you saying, thinking, or doing? Trust your intuition regarding what the ringing means at each moment. That's very much connected to you connecting to your ancestors and your spirit team, okay? Because they quite often communicate through ringing in the ear to get your attention. Okay, so there are different parts of ringing in the ear, different intensities, I want to say, or like high pitched ringing or lower pitched ringing. And then it also depends on if it's in the left or the right ear. There's a very, very beautiful article that describes it very well. I think you will probably find it by just Googling ringing in right ear or left ear, and you're probably going to find it. There's like an overview, even with like an overview of like what it means when it's a low pitched, high pitched buzzing ringing in the left ear, and low pitched, high pitched buzzing ringing in the right ear. And I think there's even another category, I can't remember, but it explains everything very, very beautifully. So you might want to figure that out and find it if you do hear ringing in the ear. Let me know if you want that article and post it into the comments, and then I can look for it, and I will put it down there. But yeah, it's a very beautiful message. Once again, I'm so grateful. I am also working very hard at the moment on relaunching my Human Design Oracle deck. If you want to be the first to know when it is possible to purchase it, there is a link down in this video for you to put yourself on the wait list, because it will happen this year. And I am so excited because I'm so proud of this. This was a long way for this to happen, and I finally want for all of you to have it if you're interested. So yeah, the link is in there. Let me know if the message resonates. I always love to hear how you feel about it and how it resonates with the situation that you are in. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Help me to build that channel with all of the crazy shit happening on social media platforms. I think YouTube is still one of the best ones that seems the most free, without any strings attached, I guess. So that would be awesome. Send it to someone that needs to hear that message, and help me grow the channel. I appreciate you. I hope you have a great week. I'll see you next week.